What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Thomas Gallery, and I have a question. Is it better to know? Alright. Now, this question came about maybe like a week ago. Um, one of my neighbors, excuse me, one of my neighbors came to me and asked me a question about a conversation he had had prior to asking me, and the question was, if you if you could know when you're going to die or how you're going to die, which one would you choose? All right. So the question is, would you want to know when you're going to die or how you're going to die? Which one would you choose? And I believe he chose how you're going to die. I believe he chose how you're going to die. And it's a tough question because I was kind of going back and forth in my mind about that. And I think I chose when you're going to die. And I chose when because usually if a person knows, well, not when they're going to die, but if a person if a person knows when they're going to die, well, I'll play this. What I've noticed is anytime somebody is given a specific time to do a specific time for something, a deadline, ironic, that's actually where it comes from. The moment you will die is called a deadline. That's why it's called that. But anytime you're given a deadline, you tend to take care of things that you should have taken care of before. It's simply put procrastination. You're procrastinating on your life affairs. The same way if you had a project that was due at school and it was due the next day, you would tend to put urgency on that because you know that if you don't, you will fail. The same thing applies in life. If you knew when you were going to die, my personal belief is my personal belief. I know this. I don't claim for this to be a fact, but it's my personal belief. I believe people would put more urgency on things that are important to them if they knew that they didn't have much time to do it. Right? Like it could be, you want to achieve certain goals. When you know that you don't have much time, you tend to put urgency on achieving those goals because you don't want to leave this life not being able to take care of certain things. Like it could be like maybe for your children, for your spouse. If you knew that you had something that you had to do for your children and for your spouse, and you had a certain amount of time to do it, you wouldn't put it off anymore. You would put urgency on it and you would take care of it. And it's still a toss up from like how, I mean, because nobody wants to die painfully. Because if you say, well, would you want to die painfully, want to die peacefully, people will say peacefully, whatever peacefully is. I don't know. I've never died before. And anyone that I know has ever died has never come back to tell me how it felt. So I'm assuming that dying peacefully means dying in your sleep and there's no pain. I'm assuming that I've never died before, so I don't know. But I also believe that if you knew when you were going to die, you would put yourself physically in a position for when that moment came, you would hope that it would be peacefully. You know, you know, if you knew you were going to die a certain way, I don't know, I mean, it's tough. I mean, for the most part, I still believe that I would like to know when. That way, I could put things into motion to take care of my family. Because either way, the end result is the same. You will die. It's either a matter of how or when, but either way, you will die. But I would like to know that when that moment comes, my loved ones will be taken care of after I'm gone. And if I knew how much time I had, I would try my best to take care of that for them. You know, I would want, I would like to know that I died and my family's taken care of. I'm more at peace with that. I'm more at peace with the fact that my family, although I won't be there physically, they will know that I thought about them in my last moments. To me, that brings comfort and solace to me, that they know that his very last moments on this on, in living, it was thinking about them. Now, to be honest with you, I'm gonna try in that time of figuring out things to take care of business. I'm also gonna try to figure out how can I extend. I'm, that's just natural. I'm gonna try. I figure if I'm taking care of all this business, I want to see if I can actually extend my time to take care of more business. Extend it for as long as possible, you know. But I would like to know that when that moment comes, that I did something for my loved ones to make sure that they are taken care of after I'm gone. Because well, at the end of the day, it's about legacy. No one wants to be forgotten. You know, I don't want to be forgotten when I pass. I don't want to be forgotten when I pass. I want to. I want to. I want to pass on from this life. I want to be remembered, especially by my loved ones. You know, I don't want to be forgotten as another cog in the wheel. I mean, I'm just being honest. You know, I want to be remembered. I want my family to remember me. I want my descendants to remember me. You know, from the things that I've done in service of them. I would like that. And I think that if you give someone a specific amount of time, my personal belief is that they would, at least I will hope. My belief is that I hope that that person will see this as an opportunity to get all their affairs in order. Because the moment is still going to come. But I think that if you knew when, you would try your best to get all your affairs in order, all your ducks in a row. So when you leave this life, you will do it with some kind of peace of mind, saying, you know what, I took care of my family. Now, granted, it should have been done a long time ago. It shouldn't have to take the thought of death to put you in that space. But I believe that when if that scenario was to happen, I believe people would the take that as a sign to say, okay, let me just take care of everything. Let me have my fun, but let me get some serious business done. So I want to have my fun and take care of business at the same time before I go, so I can leave this life with no regrets. You know, that's just my hope and my opinion. At least I feel that's what I would do if I was in a situation. I feel as though I would do that. You know, other people may not see it that way. Other people may say, you know what, I'm gonna die anyway. I'm gonna do what I want, when I want, wherever I want, however I want. You know, hey, that's how they feel. That's how they feel. Cool. Just my opinion. I'm a little more about legacy and what happens after I die. You know, so I wanna have fun too. You know, I mean, there's still gonna be certain things I'm not gonna try. Like, I've never drank or smoked in my life ever, and I don't plan on doing that. Just because I'm gonna die, don't mean that, oh, I gotta do that now. No, I ain't been doing it for this long. Why stop? So, why start? But I think, as opposed to how or when, I would choose when. Right? So, post your comments. Y'all tell me, what would you go? Would you do? Would you want to choose how you're gonna die, or when you're gonna die? Let me know. All right. Peace.